Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
How you doing, kids? Assholeconsulting.com. Go there if you got a question about anything. Usually, the questions hover around what should I do with my life so I don't become a fuck-up like you, Clary, and I will prevent you from becoming a fuck-up like me. You will be better than me by the time you are 42, because I'm not your parent. Oh my God, you're just the most wonderful person ever. You can't fail. The world owes you everything. Now go, my child, who I've prevented from ever having to suffer once in life. Yeah, if you're done with that shit and your parents are dipshits, hey, contact me, assholeconsulting.com. Hey, asshole! A great friend of mine clearly has no idea how the real world works, thinks that any law degree will get her into the promised land of making big bucks once she graduates from a college that is not tier 1. Idiot stuck in the 60s. Not only does she think she will make money right out of college, but also has no work experience, not even retail. Close friends, about 4 of us, try to convince her to get a job and at least build up some work experience or even volunteer at a small firm for connections. Even with us trying to save her from a death blow of financial stability, she always comes up with an excuse such as, I'm busy or I'm overqualified for manual labor. Oh, fuck you, cunt. Oh, you're better than me, huh? You're better than all of us who actually work for a living, huh? You're just precious, you're a better human? You want to talk about an ist? Is there? Yeah, you're an elitist. That's what, there's a real ist. Instead of racist or bigot or sexist or misogynist, here's a real instance. You are a genuine ist. Overqualified for manual labor. Fuck you. And we find out later she's pursuing a degree in Chicano Studies. What do you think slinging coffee is there, sweetheart? I'm just so much better than everybody. Always warn her that lawyer connections are more important than letter grades. No, she doesn't have rich parents. Oh gosh, she's really fucked. Yeah, with all the excuses and blabbering, she magically finds time to smoke pot or party it up with her roommates. Cappy, rip her a new one and brutally explain to her the harsh economic realities of job prospects for new grad lawyers, for having no work experience, being close to the age of 22, but yet finds time to get high, also close to $100,000 in debt. Please keep my name anonymous. Make this a video request so many new graduate lawyers will realize the death blow of becoming a lawyer, especially without work experience, especially not from tier 1. Thanks, asshole. Okay, so I'm going to respond to 2 people. One, her, and then you guys. Okay? And I don't know your name, lady. I'm just going to tell you. All right, look. Your friends, I'm being honest. We're going to do it. I know he wants me to rip you a new one. I'm going to do that, but in a very clever, sniper-like way. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Your friends actually care about you. They paid me. They paid me money. They raised money. My time is not cheap. I bill out at $100 an hour, and you'll never get that as a lawyer. They paid me their own money, sacrificed their own time to work up the money post-tax and paid me. They obviously do give a shit about you. And I know, obviously, with your parents who let you major in Chicano American Studies, and there's absolutely no guidance. I mean, is your dad around? That's a deadly serious question. Is your dad around? Because I'm betting he's not. Or that you hate him, or your mom and dad are divorced, and you've been skewed being raised up by your mother. Or it could be, and your dad could be around, but whoever the hell raised you failed in one major capacity and regard, and they didn't tell you about the real world. They never told you no. Are you shitting me? Majoring in Chicano American Studies. Where did you think that was going to go? All right, so you've already made one major galactic mistake, and now your friends are trying to deliver you a dose of reality, because you've been in a bubble since you were 5 years old in kindergarten. And school is obviously, you graduated from high school, and they failed because you thought getting a degree in Chicano American Studies was a good idea. So all the system, the government, the schools, the politicians, your professors, your parents, everybody has failed you up until this point in time except for your friends. And your friends are trying to prevent you from making a huge mistake. You can recover from a bachelor's degree that's worthless because it's not that expensive. You haven't wasted that much time. You got your prereqs out of the way. All you have to do is simply repurpose your degree and get like 2 more years, go into accounting, STEM, whatever. Buy my book, Worthless. It'll help you. It'll help you. I'm not joking. This is not hyperbole. It'll help you more than the K through 13 17 years of schooling you've got. I'm serious, this $10 book, $12 book, 5 on Kindle, it's on fucking audio if you don't like reading. It will save you. It's more valuable than all the education you've received up to this point. Regardless, your friends care about you. They're the first ones, it sounds like they're telling you something you don't want to hear, and it's vital you hear things you don't want to hear, because that means they're preventing you from making a mistake. And usually you say, well, they don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, you're right, could be wrong, but they're not wrong here. Trust you me, lady, who I am twice your age. I have lived in the real world. I'm an economist. I look at starting salaries and all this. You are going down a bad path. You will not recover, probably at all, from going to law school, especially if it's not tier 1, and having $100,000, probably even more, $150,000, combined with your undergrad student loan debt. You're not working. So I don't know where the money's coming from. You're going to be looking at $200,000 of debt when you graduate from law school, and no one's going to hire you because the market is that flooded. And here's why it's flooded, why the law market is flooded. All you dipshit millennials, and don't feel bad because it was the same thing in my generation, the dipshit Gen Xers, we're the ones that started the law bubble. They all majored in easy fucking fluffy bunnies, poppycock, woe is me, I'm a pity poor victim, Chicano Studies. Not Chicano, but the humanities, the liberal arts. No fucking employment prospects ever. Just like Gen X, you guys have had your dick sucks and your vages licked this entire time to think you're greater than you actually are, and that you can't fail, and that the American dream is a guarantee, just like Social Security. And so you got your degree in Chicano American Studies. You deep down inside know you're not going to find any jobs with that. So now you're going to go to law school. All right? You're only doing that to satisfy your ego. That's the only reason you're doing this. Okay? And there's no job prospects at the end because that's what everybody else did. Everybody else had a worthless degree, ended up going to grad school. This is why adjunct professors don't make that money. People with their master's degree in the low bars just, really 15, 18 bucks an hour teaching part-time classes. And then when you go into law school, there's a flood of lawyers. And here's the thing. The law schools knew it. They saw you guys coming. They say, what? We could go grab some washed-up guy who just got his law degree and can't do lawyering but can teach. Hey, buddy, here's your $30,000. Now shut the fuck up and get us the money out of these goddamn kids. And that's why you had all these law schools opening up. All right? Now, are you even aware of the tier system? There's the tier 1. That's the top 14 law schools. If you can get into that, cool. All right. Not bad. Then you might... That's your only hope right now. Okay? But if you can't get into it, it's over for you, kid. It's over. And here's where your career is going to go. Because you have a degree in Chicano American Studies, that means you're a professional victim. You've never had any inclination, desire, or rigor or work ethic to actually go and produce something that people wanted. It is insulting to me and the 310 million Americans with the statement you make when you're saying you're going to major in Chicano American Studies, because you're saying, I'm too lazy. I'm a lazy fuck. I don't want to work hard. And I want the world to create a job for me, because that's basically the only jobs that are ever out there for somebody with Chicano American Studies. It's an affirmative action job, which predominantly means you're just going to be a professor that reteaches Chicano American Studies. Suckers all these other future dupes to major in Chicano American Studies. Hey, where was I going with this? So you are now fully steeped in you can't call it a profession, it's the scam, the racket of blaming other people for your problems and lack of success in life. You will immediately blame white males who happen to be straight. Suck my fucking dick, okay? No, I didn't do anything to oppress you. Nobody did anything to oppress you. You were an idiot and you majored in a stupid fucking worthless degree. All right? And now, by default, you are going to demand irrationally, without any evidence, with absolutely no right to other people's money, that other people pay you because of their skin color and their gender. And oh, geez, that's another ist. So you're an elitist, a sexist, and a racist. And that's what these grievance studies produce. Nothing but bigots. All right? So now you're going to go and you're going to major in law school. You're probably not going to get into a top law school because you're lazy, you're smoking pot, you don't even work. So you're going to get into a 2 or probably a 3rd tier law school. You're not going to be hired by any law schools. You're not going to do any law firms. You're not going to do any lawyering. So you're going to join a nonprofit. And you're going to go and file lawsuits against hardworking, honest people because of the color of the skin or because they got money, and you're going to do all this bullshit that is so transparent. Again, my generation created this shit. We're the masters. We're like the internet. We created the internet. We're Gen X. What can we say? And it's transparent. It's totally transparent. You have such an ego. You have such an ego. By the time you graduate from law school, you can't dare accept the fact that you're worthless. Yeah, not as a human being, but in terms of your employability. You offer nothing of value that isn't already being offered for a fraction of the cost by a flood of lawyers in the market. And so you're not gonna admit that you made a mistake. Oh hell no, because you're above manual labor. You're just better than all of us, right? So you're going to start some nonprofit, go work for some grievance state. You're going to go try and get a government job. You're going to work on some political campaign. And no matter where you go, the common thread, the common theme will be, I want other people's money. And we'll come up with any excuse to get it, including, which is where you're going to default, discrimination against the Latinos and the Hispanics and the Chicanos. And you'll quote all these worthless, made-up bullshit studies that only exist to go and steal money from hardworking people to validate your, quote, career. And then you probably go on to like, oh, I got this certification. Oh, I might go teach. Oh, I'm an adjunct professor. Oh, look, I'm teaching grievance studies and self-pity. This is what it is. You're like, look, oh, I'm going to get navel gazing studies. Look at me. Hey, I got a doctorate in navel gazing studies. Give me money. Oh, wait, I'm a white male. I'm not straight, so I can't get any free money. It's pathetic. It is a pathetic life you are going to go down. And your friends who very much do love you don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that. I'd like you to wake the fuck up. Have a real life. Produce a real job, real things. Have a real career. Become an accountant, an engineer, some shit. You can go ahead and get married, be a stay-at-home mom. Raise kids. There's nothing wrong with that. But this, you are going down a path that is going to be miserable. So for the love of God, don't. It's so simple. Don't piss away $150,000. Don't piss away 3 more years of your life. Shit, the time you're going to take to study this. And then don't go and become a parasite as a professional. Don't become a professional parasite. All right? That's what you are. I don't care how much you obscure it and obfuscate it. You're just going to basically be lying to get other people's money because you're an ist. So, that's for you. Now let me talk to the guys, the 4 of you who are kind enough to this. There's a reason Asshole Consulting was created, okay? Because, one, I didn't have the time to start answering fan mail and people, because of the nature of the books I've written, people ask for advice. And I would, But after a while, it was taking like 2 hours a day. I didn't have time for it. So I said, I can't do it anymore. I'm going to charge for it, and hopefully I'll make people go away. Well, they started paying. They didn't go away. They started paying. And thus Asshole Consulting was born. But I've learned something in about the 2.25 years I've done Asshole Consulting. And this is not just doing Asshole Consulting, but it gave me the perspective of my own friends in my own life. People do not heed advice. I tweeted this out. Quote me. I want this on my... I want to be known for this quote. People do not heed advice unless it is costly and painful. It can't be either or. It has to be both costly and painful. And the truth is, your friend, she's choosing not to... Look, doing pot, not working, I'm better than everybody else, I don't have to work. And then just... She's choosing. She's willfully being ignorant. Okay? Which means she's not willfully. She's fully conscious deep down inside. She's fully conscious of what she's doing. And I found with my friends, they come and ask for help. They come and ask for this. And I try and give them the advice. I swear to God, even the most intelligent of friends, and it has nothing to do with politics. I mean, liberal, conservative, libertarian, they're all... Aaron, what's 1 plus 1? I'll say 2. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's 2. Well, because 1 plus 1, I don't know. Yeah, it's 2. And after I tell them like 3 times, I step back and say, wow, they're not listening to me. But, when I started charging for Asshole Consulting, it was painful and costly. And then I get emails down the road saying, thank you so much. That's the swift kick in the ass that I needed. I followed your advice. Your friend is not going to follow my advice. And what I'd recommend for you is to realize that. It has neither been costly nor painful for her. She's smoking pot, she's having fun, she's completely oblivious about her student loans. She doesn't care to live in the real world. She's kind of like on a drug, like of delusion. And it's a happier world to be in there for the 7 years when you include law school. That's a long time to be on a high and ignore your problems and ignore the real world. I hate to say it, but it's not going to be until she graduates with $200,000 in debt And the rest of her life is fucked. She'll be, 25, 26, 27? And she won't be employed. She'll have a ton of debt. No guy's going to want to marry her. She won't be able to afford it. Well, she'll spit out kids and have the government pay for it because evil white men have discriminated against her. But her life is going to be fucked. And that is when it's going to be costly and painful. And even then, she may not listen. Because I've seen these people. They then go on to a crusade. They then find Jesus. They find some religion. They become feminists. They join a political crusade. Something. They'll never face up to the fact that they fucked up. And the reason why is it's buyer's remorse. She will have spent a quarter century pissed away. And almost $250,000 pissed away. And the time. Pissed away on worthlessness, on nothing, on ego masturbation. And it will take a Herculean intellect, and a Herculean intellectually honest intellect, to admit they fucked up. And that they've wasted a third of their life. And that they may not want to waste the remaining 2/3 of their life. I don't think she has the intellectual temerity to do that. I don't, even, so this intervention, I think, will fail. I don't even think she's the type, especially manual labor is beneath me. Oh, fuck. She's gone. She's bought the funny farm. She's off the grid. It's too late. You can't save her. And so that's the important lesson I want to teach to you guys, is you've done the right thing. You did what you could. You tried your intervention. But if she keeps wanting to go down this path, there's nothing you could do to stop her. I mean, I'm sure you guys have presented the cogent, reasonable, rational arguments, but you're not talking to a reasonable, rational person. You're talking to someone who is deluded. And frankly, you're going to hurt yourself, kind of like, people who are related to or married to alcoholics. You're going to hurt yourself in the long run trying to help. Not as much as she's going to hurt herself, but at minimum, you're wasting your time. So I would accept the fact that statistically likely she's going to dismiss this video. Accept the fact she's going to go down this path and she's going to ruin her life. But accept the fact, one, it's not your fault and there's nothing you can do about it. You already did what you could. You did what you could. You personally went in. You even went above and beyond hiring me out. And you've done the Lord's work, because hopefully other law students will look at this. Other Chicano American Studies people will fuck. That's just how I picture them talking. You've done more for her and for everybody else. And now it's up to the horse if it wants to drink. You've led it to the water, it's up to the horse if it wants to drink. You cannot force the horse to drink, just like I've realized you cannot force my friends, or anybody else for that matter, to heed advice unless it is absolutely made painful and costly to them. And so, and we've tried our best. We've tried to make it painful and costly here at Asshole Consulting. But yeah, you know what? You did it. Move on. And don't even waste your time anymore with her talking about it. I mean, hang out with her, be friends, certainly have fun. But if she starts talking about her degree, she probably won't, but don't bring it up anymore. It's done. It's over. You did what you could. Now move on with your own lives. And actually go save people that can be saved. That's what I recommend. So anyway, hope we all learned a lesson here, both those that the advice was intended for and those who wanted the advice to be given. Hope you all learned something. Sweetheart, I hope you turn your life around and you don't piss away the next quarter century of your life. But something tells me you will. And your friends, by the time you're 50, they'll be saying, I told you so. Toodles.